Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Dark Sun Shadowlands. Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and try to do, something I didn't really try in my previous playthroughs, is I'm going to try to get myself healed up and buffed. Now, getting healed up is not the big issue. We'll go ahead and pop... Oh, I have access to cure critical wounds, by the way. So there's a bunch of other things in here. Flame Strike, Dispel Evil... Slay Living, Raise Dead. Raise Dead's actually pretty useful. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and heal up as best as we can. Thankfully, only one person took any damage. So I want her to be at full life. I know you have a healing ability. Where is it? Is it cell adjustment? Yeah, it is. We haven't been using our psionics very much, but that's completely fine. We'll do that. Okay. I believe you don't have anything. Biofeedback, actually. Okay. That's such a good spell. I never used improved visibility, so I really don't know what to expect from that. Okay, that's just a sphere. Okay. And you have level 5 magics, which is just Cloud Kill. Okay. And you have Hold Monster and Cone of Cold. Okay. So what I want to do is get Stone Skin up on you. And you. And that's it. That's all I have enough magic for. Okay, that's all my magic there. Alright, ready, set... Oh, actually, there's still more stuff we can put. We can put aid on you. You. And you, and you. Don't need bark skin. Okay. Oh. Make sure we have our spells still. Okay. These spells have durations, so that's why I'm trying to do what I can here. Alright, activate it. How many wishes do I have? You have used none of your wishes, so you have 3 remaining. So if I want to, I can get healed for the final battle. I can duplicate a weapon. I can also get, I think like a million gold, or I think it's like 1,000,000 gold, which is useless. So the other thing you can also wish for is help me defeat an evil army. Supposedly, every time you wish this, it will skip a phase of the battle. I didn't know you can actually use it on other phases of the battle. All I knew is it could be used on the first one. So, the final battle, I believe, has 3 phases. First phase is all monsters, which is the phase that usually gets skipped. Second one is, I think, just standard troops. I think the statue might show up on that part. And then the last part, the leader shows up and he has a bunch of elite troops. I think those are the phases. I'll go ahead and explain now how I beat it. I of course used the defeat the evil army wish, which got rid of the monsters immediately, and it went straight to phase 2. I had the 3 half-giant gladiators and a half-elf, druid, preserver, thief, I think was my class. And so essentially I just had 3 heavy hitters and a caster. And the way it worked is I got to phase 2, I pretty much wrecked phase 2 pretty well, and then the 3rd phase started, and what I ended up doing is I bum rushed the leader, killed him, and then I sacrificed my 3 half-giants to just fight to the death, while the half-elf fled out of range of their aggro range, and then I nuked them from afar. And that's all and they would just sit there and let me kill them. So that's the way I managed to actually beat the game. Alright, so I wish you to help me defeat an evil army. You laid my protector, Crag, to rest, and for that I give you a set of magical gloves. Also, I grant you your wish. I will call forth the shadows from these ruins to fight the troops with you. You must kill the commander. Only this will demoralize the army and send them running back to Draj. Alright, we gained a level. Yamami leveled up. Are you ready to face Draj's army? Yes. By your command. Alright. Here goes nothing. Let's see how this party does. Also, the gloves were left on the floor. He actually left the gloves on the floor. As you make your way through the ranks, a familiar figure emerges from the fray, magic blazing from her hands. Jasmine winks at you. What took you so long? Let's finish this once and for all. A stout fighter brains an opponent and makes his way to your side. The smell of blood and sweat in the air. Nothing like it, and nothing I'd rather be doing. I'm ready. Let's send some Drajan soldiers to meet their makers. A fighter hacks his way to your side. On behalf of the village of Seldrit, I have come to assist you. New allies in tow, you head into the fray. So, depending on how many people you, how many villages you get onto your side, affects how many extra people you get. Before you can reach the commander, some of the Templars and their troops cut you off. Your allies are able to divert some of the Templar troops before they reach you. So as you can see, there are quite a bit of them. Alright, make sure I still have... Yeah, I don't think I got the gloves, which is kind of stupid. That's a bad on their part. Anyway, I'm gonna make sure I still have... Yep, I still have haste, so let's do this. Come on. Alright, so that's just representing us. Whoa, 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 where are you going? That was not where I clicked. Okay, everything else seems to be running okay. I would apply a buff, but I can't. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to head straight for these guys. You gotta take out the Templars, because if you don't, bad things will happen. There's also Scion Assist, so we need to take those out as well. I don't know what the gloves are, because I always end up leaving them behind because they decide to put it on the floor for some reason. Alright. So yeah. Usually what I end up doing is I end up using a lot of AoE spells, at least on my previous playthroughs, but we've already found that it's much more efficient just to go around and use haste. These little lizard guys can actually charm as well, so I'm just trying to kill as many as I can. Alright. Can I reach there? I don't think I can. Especially when I take a misstep. Oh, just enough. Okay, killed you. Alright, so that should take care of most of the casters. Lemons, what do they do? Restore psionic strength points. Okay, that's neat. Put this away. that up. Alright, and then kill you. Guard. The village hero and the soldier are pretty much not useful. They usually get killed immediately. Not sure why Jasmine isn't casting spells, but whatever. I can loot all these bodies, but there's no point. This is the final battle. Okay, no one got charmed. That's all that really matters. If whenever a character just gets charmed, it's a bad. Alright, and here's the final phase. The Drajan army commander, Croxus, looks you over sneering. I must congratulate you on raising the rabble from the waste into such a force, but I must tell you that you have no hope against the might of What's-His-Face's elite forces. Prepare to die. Without another word, the final battle begins. Alright, we're still hasted, that's all that matters. By the way, can't see him. Too far away. I believe he's the leader. There's a lot of casters. These guys are elite guards that are level 12. And we of course got some casters. So we want to kill the casters, of course. Luckily they only have 20 HP. So what are these? Black Mastrials, level 15. Oh, there's more Defilers down here. Alright, we took out most of the casters. Yeah, these guys are going to hurt us greatly. Yeah. So remember, the instant death will show how much HP they have remaining. So these things each have like 100 HP. They are monsters. You can see they have pretty hefty stuff. Still active. Stone Skin still active. Yeah, so I'm hoping just to force our way through with just raw buffs. Yeah, they have 100 HP each. So usually when I had the half giants, I was like, they hit for like 20 each. They hit like 4 times. So I would have to like team up on each of these guys just to kill one of them. But now that I actually have, good gear and hasted and, buffs, it's not as bad. Alright, got hit with poison for 30. Could have been worse. You definitely want to take them out, though. I'm going to try to backstab. I haven't backstabbed in forever. Alright, that's one down. Can you reach him? No. Thank you. Thank you for moving without casting. We definitely want them to shoot arrows, since we have a lot. All of our classes are generally pretty good at avoiding ranged attacks. Yeah, so Jasmine took some hefty hits. Usually these characters would be dead by now. So the fact they're alive right now is actually pretty impressive. Now she's dead. I was hoping they wouldn't... Yeah, so it's really hard to keep them alive because they'll just rush them. And there's the army commander, who didn't really do much. Alright. Finish off the Mastriel. Let's get some heat off of Alright. Thank you for the health pack. There we go, that's better. Army Commander has a +3 Great Axe, and that's about it. Epic battle between Rin versus Commander. I believe a cutscene's supposed to play when you kill him, but it didn't. Another +3 Great Axe, some middle chain armor, and all that good stuff. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff if we want it, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, you're dead. Bye. Oh wow, you lived. Now you're dead. Oh, good AI. Awesome. Alright. You're dead. That was bad move on my part. There we go. Get my health back. There's the backstab. Total. That went so much easier. Go figure, haste is so much better than, fireball and all that nonsense in 2nd edition. Doubles your attack power, doubles your movement. Or sorry, doubles your attacks and doubles your movement. I have the power. You raise Dragon's Bane over Crux's broken body. Remnants of his army flee, and so begins the legend. They will come from the desert, bringing objects of gold. Time will not stop them. All secrets are told. There you go. So, that is Darkstone Shadowlands. I got to do a few more quests that I never did when I was a kid, and the final battle went a lot better. I don't remember what those gloves are, but As you can see, there was a kind of the issue with the genie where it automatically triggers even if you just pick it up rather than use it. And also, you have to tell it no about leaving immediately in order to get the gloves that it gives you. It's not the end of the world. I mean, as you can see, we didn't really need it. Obviously, I kind of messed around with some multi-classing and things like that, but in the end, really, all you really need is a few psionics and preservers. Like, I mean, in the beginning of the game, I used Entangle as far as cleric and druid spells are concerned, but after that, the only time I used cleric spells is for healing. I think I used banishment once. But there was no, like I said, I just kind of messed around with it. Honestly, if you don't triple class, you level up a lot faster. So I still recommend multi-classing to at least 2. Doing something like Fighter Preserver or something like that. I think that's probably a good combo. Obviously, you want to have at least one thief just so you can pick locks and things like that and disarm traps. What few traps that you can actually disarm. And of course, you want Fighter over Gladiator because Gladiator can't multi-class. The benefit of Gladiator is that you get +1 AC, and I think you can get some resistance to missile weapons later on. Of course, I kind of played it with me maximizing my stats, but you also saw how difficult the game was, even... well, I guess you didn't really see how difficult the game was, because I used haste for everything. If you don't have haste, I mean, that means that many more monsters are still alive and casting spells and doing their special abilities and hitting you and all that good stuff. It was actually really frustrating when I was a kid because I didn't ever use haste, so it just ends up doing great deals of damage. But, I mean, obviously in the actual 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons, the penalty of using haste was you age a year, but there's not that sort of mechanic in this game. After defeating Draj's forces, your party earns 20,000 experience points. You recover Crux's sword, Dragonsbane from his body. Mortals, you have proven yourselves to be worthy of greatness. Your act of defiance against the Drajan army shall long be remembered, and you have indeed written a chapter into the history books of Athas. Look around you. The army has scattered and is fleeing for the safety of the city. Now is the time to celebrate, for I see that you will not have time for it in the future. Your actions will attract the attention of powerful forces, both good and evil. However, the future is never certain, so take what meaning you will from my prophecy. I leave you now to your victory. Farewell, mortals. May victory always be your ally. With that, the genie vanishes, leaving you to your victory. Congratulations, you have defeated the Drajan army and completely shattered lands. Feel free to continue playing the game. Alright, so... I'll put this away. So, this is Dragonsbane. It's a +4 longsword. It's not too shabby. Obviously, I can go and loot these bodies. There's no point because we've beaten the game. If you want to, you can keep playing kind of as like an after thing where you can go around and finish quests that you haven't completed and all that nonsense. Unfortunately, Jasmine died. I was almost hoping that I would actually have the NPCs alive because we were just shredding everything, but didn't work out. Hello, Senekuchi. Amazing what you did. I don't think Athos ever saw heroes like you. I guess that prophecy was right, eh? Well, I'm honored to serve you under your command. Good luck. You've slain the wolf, its dread grasp escaped. On wings of valor, you dared aspire and burst the chains that held all down. So few could walk that narrow path across the trackless waste. Can you see what is in our future? Great deeds behind the veil are hid. The prophecy continues in time, where all the elements shall join in harmony, and great heroes in the vortex shine. What will you do now? The prophecy fulfilled, I am blind. I am as blind. I'll seek my sight and perhaps a cooler climb. Mayhap your paths shall cross in some distant land or dream. Till then, I bid you well. Senekuchi, I must thank you with all my heart. Your heroic efforts saved my family and all of Teoquetzal. The memory of your deeds will be treasured for generations. thanks must go to all the warriors. You are too modest. It was only because of you that Teoquetzal has survived. You are heroes from which legends will spring. Did Teoquetzal suffer many casualties? Teoquetzal still exists. That is more than we hoped for, though it was not without cost. Chal fell in battle when he led the charge against the main phalanx of Drash's army. What did you do during the battle? I admit that I hid during the sandstorm. It was too much for me, but afterwards I braved the red-soaked sands to protect our eastern flank. Goodbye, and long life to you. Oh, the council is anxious to speak to you. So yeah, that was from the caravan. Obviously, there'll probably be more people talking to you if they were still alive. Hail, heroes of the realm. We welcome your triumphant return and celebrate your victory over the evil of Drash's oppression. Long life to the heroes. What happened to Chal? Chal was slain when he was cut off from the warriors, yet before he fell, Chal splintered the main phalanx of the Drash's army, blunting its assault on our forces. He was a courageous and worthy soul. He was indeed, but Teoquetzal must choose a new leader, and Kurin is not strong enough to fend off the inevitable challengers who will seek to rule us. If you accept our offer to become leader of Teoquetzal, no one would dare challenge your authority. It would be a great honor for us. Will you lead us? Sure, why not? Yay, 1,000 experience after we just got 20,000. Wonderful. We are sure to prosper under your leadership. You are heroes in every sense. What happened to Chal's daughter, Katura? She was deeply grieved by Chal's death and has set out for Nebene in search for her natural parents. You can ask about the Shadow Army, but it's not really that important. Farewell, friends. Lieutenant Kurin. You have done what I thought impossible and proven yourself a hero worthy of great praise. I'm sure you will be a matchless leader. What are your plans now? With the slave villages free of Drash's oppression, the opportunities for trade are greater than ever. Teoquetzal will become the kingpin of that commerce. Shouldn't you check with me first? Yes, of course. I had planned on talking to you as soon as I worked out the details. I will do nothing without your approval. What happened to our allies? They fought valiantly, rallying several times to hold off the Drajan army. Their phalanx was broken before you reached the Drajan commander, but I know many survived. How did Teoquetzal fare in the battle? We lost many fine warriors, but our walls were never breached, thanks to you. That Shadow army was a great help, too. It will not take long for us to recover. Goodbye. And there you go. That is, pretty much it. I mean, we can go around and talk to more people, but you kind of get the gist of it. Pretty much everyone's just going to praise you, and I think what I did when I was a kid after I did all this is I just started slaughtering everybody. But really, these guys posed no threat whatsoever. They didn't pose any threat back when I played inefficiently. So, it is what it is. But I definitely said I did a lot better that final battle. Everyone lived, for one thing. Everyone kept attacking Sine, unless they were attacking the NPCs, but since she had the Drain weapon, it kind of helped her out a lot. She also has, you know, the highest AC in the group, so it's just a lot of raw damage. Now, if you were trying to like roll stats normally, and hoping that you would have high enough stats for fighting these guys, it would probably be a lot tougher. I mean, it would affect your accuracy. Having low strength would affect your accuracy and your damage output. But still, even with that, I mean, as long as you got haste, you probably will be okay. I still probably recommend having as high constitution as possible so you have a lot of HP, but it is what it is. Anyway, enough rambling. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I've been trying to do games like this for some time now, but I usually end up just scrapping them, simply because of all the dialogue. This game I kind of did almost 100% of what was available that wasn't bugged out. I'm not sure I'll be doing that for all the RPGs I play that are like this, but I'll probably give some other games a shot now that I've tried this one out. Probably something that's a bit more stable than a DOSBox game, though. There is a second game, I believe something that's like, it's like Dark Sun's like something of the Rampager or something like that. Or sorry, it was like something of the Ravager, which is named after that one monster. But I've never played it and I don't really know much about it. And since it's a DOSBox game, it's probably going to be pretty unstable as well. Anyway, I am the Depressed Hero. This was Dark Sun Shattered Lands. See you guys later.